Welcome to FHA Weekly, your one-stop program on how to secure affordable homes. I am Itunu Kolawole. We begin this edition with the latest developments in the Federal Housing Authority on FHA round the clock.
The federal government, through the Federal Housing Authority, has commenced the construction of 216 housing units at the Green City Estate in Wassa District in Abuja. The groundbreaking ceremony held along the Apple-Wassa Expressway marks a major milestone in the authority's commitment to providing affordable, quality and sustainable housing for Nigerians through strategic public-private partnerships. The project, being developed in collaboration with Green Pasture Dynamic Land and Homes Limited on approximately 5 hectares of land allocated by the Federal Capital Development Authority, will comprise 80 units of 2-bedroom apartments, 56 units of 3-bedroom apartments, 35 units of 3-bedroom terrace duplexes, and 45 units of 4-bedroom terrace duplexes.
Our management, the authority, has taken...
Speaking at the event, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of FHA, Oyetunde Ojo, represented by the Executive Director of Estate Services, Architect Inya Etok Ezekiel, described the project as another significant step towards fulfilling President Bola Tinubu's mandate of expanding access to decent housing while transforming the FHA into a more efficient and performance-driven institution.
Upon completion, the estate will stand as a model residential community that reflects the vision of renewed hope agenda of the federal government under the leadership of His Excellency President Bola Ahmed Tinubu GCFR, which prioritizes housing as a critical component of national development. Beyond providing homes, this project has ripple effects on the value chain. It will create employment opportunities for artisans, engineers, architects, surveyors, suppliers, and numerous other professionals throughout the construction period. It will stimulate economic activities within Wassa and its environs while contributing significantly to the development of the Federal Capital Territory.
He disclosed that the authority has secured land in 28 states across the Federation and has commenced various housing projects under the Renewed Hope Housing Program. Groundbreaking ceremonies have already been conducted in Abia, Akwa Ibom, and Kaduna states, while preparations are underway for additional developments nationwide.
Our partnership with Green Pastures is waxing stronger. Only on the 13th of May 2026, we had a similar event at Ofada, Owode local government area of Ogun State, where we laid the foundation of a 200 housing unit. This partnership demonstrates the power of collaboration between the public and the private sectors in addressing national challenges and achieving sustainable development goals. In readiness to have our presence in all the regions of the country, we have visited 28 states where we have been given prime lands by each of the governors. We have also commenced the process of construction in some of the states, having procured the contracts. Our management also is building a new federal housing authority where our allottees' properties are secured. Is very important. Our services faster and seamless. To achieve this, we initiated the digitalization of the authority's property files, which are now secured in the Galaxy backbone. We are working for the full automation of all aspects of the authority's operations. Our test laboratory has become operational, where we carry out geological and integrity tests.
Earlier, the Managing Director and Chief Executive Officer of Green Pasture Dynamic Land and Homes Limited, Engineer Oluwale Oloyede, described the development as a model residential community designed to meet the needs of diverse categories of home buyers, including young professionals, growing families, first-time home owners, diaspora investors, cooperative societies, and institutional buyers. He said the Apo-Wasa corridor is rapidly emerging as one of Abuja's most promising growth areas due to ongoing infrastructural development and improved connectivity, making the estate a strategic investment destination.
Federal Housing Authority is known for something: the quality of the infrastructure of their estate. Take for instance, take time to go to Busape Federal Housing Authority. Go and see what they've done in Federal Housing Authority Garimpa. And those two samples that I've just cited now, you are not going to see anything less of what you see in Busape and Garimpa in Wasa. Good number of people that the project have empowered one way or the other. Starting from the professionals, architects, surveyors, builders, professionals, the artisans, they are in good number. And if you can have this in good number, then the rate of unemployment will be reduced. And Green Pasture, in partnering with Federal Housing Authority, we are doing all we can to reduce unemployment in Nigeria.
The district head of Garki, town planner Stephen Jacob Garki, commended the initiative but urged the developers to ensure affordability for low-income earners.
With this partnership, I want us to see it as a duty for us, particularly to our distinguished guests who are here from the National Assembly. Let's try as much as possible to chart a course and find ways where the poor of the poorest will be able to afford housing, because it is very, very key. Because anyone who has no shelter over his head, hardly will he be able to do things correctly. So I'm just saying here that let's, as much as possible, try to be partners in progress, because housing, it is very, very key. And that is the most reason why I'm here as a professional, in order to support this laudable cause. And it's my earnest prayer that this program that we are gathered here to undertake this groundbreaking will continue to spur us towards providing affordable housing, not just housing for the rich.
Also speaking, the national president of the Real Estate Developers Association of Nigeria, Oba Akitoye Adeoye, commended the Federal Housing Authority and Green Pasture Homes for their collaboration on the FHA Green City Estate project. He noted that beyond providing decent housing for Nigerians, the project would create employment opportunities, stimulate allied industries, and contribute significantly to economic growth.
If you listen to the speech of FHA, he said it's not about brick and mortars, but it is about shelter. It is about affordability. It is about providing homes for Nigerians. Our association will collaborate, and this is an example of such collaboration, partnership that you have seen today. I can assure Abuja residents that this estate is a good one, it's a good product, and they should subscribe to it.
The FHA Green City Estate is expected to become a flagship residential development that reflects the federal government's commitment to expanding housing access, promoting sustainable urban development, and improving the quality of life for Nigerians under the Renewed Hope agenda.
In this edition of FHA 101, I had a chat with the General Manager, Research Services and Innovation, Mrs. Brenda Eyigege, and she'll be sharing with us some of the new innovation that the management has brought to FHA. Congratulations on your new appointment.
Thank you very much.
But I know that before you became the General Manager, you were also the Zonal Manager of
North Central.
North Central, wow.
Yes.
That is a very big position. So can you share with us how it was handling that position?
I was the zonal manager, North Central, before I was promoted to this position. I worked and covered 6 states in the North Central. Benue State, sorry. Makurdi was our office initially before we moved into Abuja in Gwarimpa. I covered Niger State, Nasarawa State, Plateau State, Kwara State, Kogi State, Benue State. That's 6 states. I was working as a zonal manager coordinating the affairs of these 6 states, of FHA in these 6 states. About 2 years back, we moved from Makurdi, which was initially the office, the office for Central, North Central, to Abuja in Gwarimpa.
So how easy was it managing, that's about 6 states, am I right?
Yes.
So how easy was it to be able to manage and coordinate the affairs of those states?
It was easy because the management made the provision for movement around the 6 states. So it was easy, and then digitalization helped us. So we used to communicate when we cannot move. But it was not a difficult task. I think that's my training. I trained as a builder, and our work is management, basically management, project management. So it was not a difficult task for me.
Okay. When the new management came in, they tried to make sure that all of the estates, in some of the states that people didn't even know FHA has estates in, they tried to revive those estates. So can you share with us how possible it was that people had forgotten that there were even estates in, I didn't even know, you have an estate in Plateau. Do you have in Plateau? Or?
We don't have, but we were trying to acquire land from Plateau.
Okay. But the governor also gave land?
The governor promised a land.
Okay.
We don't have it yet.
Okay.
But it's in the pipeline.
Okay. But in Nasarawa, you
in
have?
Nasarawa too, the governor was not able to give us a land. But that too is in the pipeline because we're showing a piece of land.
Okay.
And we're following up on it.
Okay, so let us talk about your present department.
Okay.
It is newly introduced, that's especially the lab, the material testing lab. Let's talk about that. What exactly does the lab do?
All right, that's a very good one. The lab is here to help us to build houses that are durable and safe to live in, both for the homeowners and for we, FHA. The lab does tests to test soil, to check its compaction and capability, to help the engineers design the right foundation and structure for a building before it's constructed. That helps us to get the right things instead of corrective measures when buildings are built and then they produce cracks. Then we'll start working the other way around. Safety assurance is what the lab helps us concerning soil tests. And then we carry out physical surveys for boreholes. The boreholes, to determine their depths and their location where we can get good water supply. And also, another thing we do is integrity test in the lab. The integrity test has about, but the essence of the integrity test also is safety of construction of buildings that have been abandoned or are in the process that hadn't got proper approval. So we don't know their state. We don't know what the developer is doing. So we carry out integrity tests to determine the soundness of the building and the durability of it too. We have about 3 different kinds of tests we carry as integrity test. You could call it a structural test of the building.
But is this significant?
Very important for you to know what the structure of the building is, whether it can stand. And it helps construction risk, reduce construction risk. So we have about 3 tests we carry out, that integrity test in the lab. We have non-destructive tests, rebound and ultrasonic test. And then we have the destructive one, which is the cube test. This one, the cubes are produced before construction starts to determine the strength of the concrete you are going to produce. Those one would crush the concrete to see how strong they are. So all this is for safety and quality assurance of the houses we are going to construct. There's something else I want to add to this concerning geophysical survey. In all our estates now, we're telling our developers and homeowners that nobody should dig a borehole without coming to seek approval from FHA. It's a recent development, but I'm using this opportunity to tell our homeowners and our private developers. You have to apply to the office of the MD, Chief Executive Officer, before you can be given approval to dig any borehole in any of our estates nationwide.
Can I also say that there are Nigerians that feel that all of these approvals, they're just ways for revenue generation for FHA. It is not in any way helping them. It's not in any way helping construction standards. So how do these comply with construction standards?
Our labs help comply with construction standards because they give us data that help to enforce construction regulations and laws. You have basic data, scientific data from and then the geophysical surveys. It helps you to get the best location where you can get water and the depth you will go before you get water and the quality of water too. And the design, there are different designs of boreholes. It's the survey that will determine all this. So it's helping us.
So how does it help private developers and partners in terms of like developing availability of, and also the availability? If, for instance, do you actually have machines that can cover in other zones, or is just in the head office?
No, nationwide, we have machines. We move around, like right now, they're in Lagos doing some surveys and soil tests. It helps the developers because they get it at a lower cost because we're a public sector. If they don't do it with us, our costs are low. They go to the private sector. It's more expensive because it's commercial and they have to make their profit. But we were looking at these as accessibility to the test to help our structures.
So also, I'd still like you to shed more light on how this improves the durability of houses in FHA estates.
It helps because we sort out problems before they occur. At the beginning, we have done these tests. They will help us to determine what kind of structure can be produced, what kind of materials, because we also research on materials and new technology. Through this, allows to get data to determine the design, that the engineers will design a structure that it will stand. That means we nip our problems at the board. We do dictations before you start instead of correcting after it has gone wrong. So it's saving costs. And then transparency is there. You have data, you have results that are gotten from our labs. And then for the homeowners, it's peace of mind knowing that your structure is okay, it will be durable, and is affordable too.
Would FHA be, in the future, would FHA be looking into renewed energy? Like, are you doing any research that has to do with renewed energy to be used in your estates?
Yes, we are looking into that. But even right now, we have an energy distribution sector. It has already been set up, and they're already working, and we are going to look into it too, to look at renewable energy. We have a lot of sun in our environment in Nigeria. So we're looking at solar energy too. As time goes on, I'm sure FHA will go into that too.
Do you have anything that you'd like to share? Like, do you have any last words for Nigerians and also the management? So what do you look forward to them doing in the department?
Yes. We have written to the management asking for more staff in our departments, and then Other aspects we want to go into, like we had somebody that started paint. We are researching into paint production. We would like the management to go into paint production, which will help us. Then there are partners that come in with their products. They come to meet us. We would like the management to partner with them. And for Nigerians, we're telling them that they should come to FHA. Our houses are safe and are durable. And our lab is available, open to all Nigerians. It's not just for FHA.
It's not just for FHA estates?
It's not just for FHA estates. It's for everybody, every developer that wants to test their materials, and our prices are affordable, less than what the private sector is giving.
I forgot to ask, do you get a certification after all of the testing has been done?
Definitely, we'll give you a certification.
So thank you for joining us today, ma'am.
Thank you very much for having me.
So, ma, can I see this lab? I'd like you to show me around this lab.
Yes, I'll take you there.
All right,
You're very
ma.
welcome.
All right, I won't be anything. Up next, the voucher.
The low-income earners and the medium-income earners. Why I said so is that if you go to most swamps, most rural areas, these are the kind of people you are seeing. These are the kind of people you are interfacing with.
I think Federal Housing Authority and mortgage, they are working together, because the Federal Housing Authority, they are in charge of the federal government property. And if anybody wants to get housing from Federal Housing Authority, you have to get the office and purchase the form. From there, we can be pursuing small. And with mortgage, because mortgage too, they provide the soft loan for civil servants and the private sector too.
The income level I thinking about is that even though if you are any minimum wage, if you have the opportunity to get through to the FHA scheme, it's a win-win for you. We don't supposed to have like a tag to it, like you're supposed to earn so salary before you can have access to FHA. Everybody's supposed to benefit from it, even though you are earning lower than 30K or 50K. You're supposed to have access to the FHA.
Planning to develop on your land within an FHA estate? Here's everything you need to know about why you need a building approval and common mistakes to avoid. Building approval is not just the paperwork. It is your first step to ensure your structure meets planning, safety, and environmental standards. Here are the common mistakes that can delay or deny your building approval. Your building deserves a strong foundation. For more inquiries, contact our customer support or visit www.fha.gov.ng. FHA, uniting Nigerians through housing.
That's it on FHA Weekly. For more enquiries, you can visit our website, www.fha.gov.ng, or you can engage with us on all social media platforms at FHA Nigeria. I remain Itinukola Wale. See you in the next one.